What's going on, everybody? MetalBlade427 here, and I welcome you back to Five Nights at Freddy's. In the last episode, we went through Night 1, and I answered the question of, well, how do we survive the night? Explained some stuff about the characters, about the way they move, the way you can defend yourself, even got a visit by a very rare occurrence. Tonight, in Night 2, I do my best to explain an even greater question. What the hell is going on? Let's start it up. Night 2, 12 a.m. I have my little timer here next to me, and I'm going to start it as soon as I see the board, because that's when the countdown officially begins. 8.5 minutes of hell is really what, well, no, it's Night 2. This isn't so bad. They're a little bit more active tonight, but not so much. Alright, here we go. What does Phone Guy have to tell me? I think it's after the third ring we answer here, and Bonnie's already on the move!
Hello? Hello? Well, if you're hearing this and you made it to day 2, congrats. I won't talk quite as long this time since Freddy and his friends tend to become more active as the week progresses. It might be a good idea to peek at those cameras while I talk, just to make sure everyone's in their proper place, you know. Interestingly enough, Freddy himself doesn't come off stage very often. I've heard he becomes a lot more active in the dark, though, so hey, I guess that's one more reason not to run out of power, right? I also want to emphasize the importance of using your door lights. There are blind spots in your camera views, and those blind spots happen to be right outside your doors. So if you can't find something or someone on your cameras, be sure to check the door light. You might only have a few seconds to react. Not that you would be in any danger, of course. I'm not implying that. Also, check on the curtain in Pirate Cove. The character in there seems unique in that he becomes more active if the cameras remain off for long periods of time. I guess he doesn't like being watched. I don't know. Anyway, I'm sure you have everything under control. Talk to you soon.
Alright, a little bit more of an unsettling advice there. At least now he's telling us to use our lights and use our doors. And as you can tell, Bonnie is already moving his way around, trying to get to us as fast as possible. I'm a little nervous because now I can't find him. And I've never actually played the game, there you are, with headphones on, so I'm afraid of him to come out and scream at me and then me to generally freak out. But we have everyone here, Chica, Freddy, Bonnie's right there, and Fox is still staring at me. And I'm going to check over it here every so often to see if that changes. Alright, so now with everybody kind of being stuck where they are, I'm going to kind of go over something really quickly. And that would be the story that you will generally uncover as you go through Five Nights at Freddy. If you are lucky enough to see it, and if you are observant enough to really pick up on it. A big thing to use there would be the screen capturing ability, because if anything like this changes, it'd be nice to take a screenshot and then come back and read it later when you're not so stressed out about checking out lights and doors and things like that. Basically, the story goes as this. The newspaper articles talk about 5 children that were led to the back room by a man wearing an animatronic outfit. Back there, that man apparently killed 5 children. Now, he was promptly caught and convicted because he was seen doing all this on the security cameras. But the bodies of the children were never found. Sometime later after the incident, parents that were visiting Freddy Fazbear were complaining that the animatronics started to give off a very unique odor. And they started oozing what looked to be some type of gunk and blood. One even claimed them to be almost like reanimated corpses. Still, the company stayed open, but people were not backing them. They were losing funding, and they were losing more and more customers. Thus, the place had to shut down. And that is pretty much what the 4 newspaper articles in a nutshell explain to you. Now, that doesn't really give you much of a clue about exactly what's going on here. There's so much more that, people would be able to tell you and you'd be able to figure out as you go along. But, ideally speaking, it's thought that the children that this man in the animatronic suit killed were all stuffed inside of these robots. Chica's on the move now. I don't know where you are. Wonderful. This is why those robots were oozing the blood and various other gunks that you would get from a human body, and why they had that unique quote-unquote smell to them. Oops, go away, you. So now, these children who have died now possess the animatronics that are here in Freddy Fazbear's Pizzeria. Does it seem far-fetched and all that? I mean, it's supposed to be a ghost story type deal, and being that we are here, there has to be some reason why these animatronics want to come and get us. The idea of, well, it's against the rules that, animatronics cannot be without a body just does not work. Because if you go into the back room, there's an animatronic skeleton right here. So how is it that it's against the rules in Freddy Fazbear's to not be in a suit when there's one right there? And you just saw that image. Bonnie is distinctly standing right next to it. So why aren't you shoving it into a suit? No. What we have here are a bunch of children's souls who are lost. They're stuck to whatever plane of existence this is. And they are now forced to walk these halls and haunt whoever it is that happened to be here at the time. Now, why does it have anything significant between 12 a.m. and 6 a.m.? I don't know. You can use things like the witching hour or whatever that may be. There's a bunch of different ways you can put at it. But it's Chica there, it's Foxy there, and Bonnie's probably somewhere else. But yeah, that's pretty much that. That is it in a nutshell. Now, when Five Nights at Freddy 2 came out, they expanded on it more. The thing you gotta understand is that the establishment that I am in right now, that is here, that's playing Five Nights at Freddy 1, all of those incidences of children being killed and even the supposed bite of 87, which I'll go over at another point, did not happen in this facility. It actually happened in the one that came before it. And that's another thing that you would not actually know until you played Five Nights at Freddy 2, or at least no one else really knew about it until it finally came out. Go away, Bonnie. And from there, they talk about all different types of things that happen in that as well. Foxy, go away. In Five Nights at Freddy 2, they talk about, they don't talk about the bite of 87. In fact, the bite of 87 is very rarely ever mentioned. It's mentioned once here, and then it's strongly hinted at in Five Nights at Freddy's 2 during, one of the ending days. But it's weird in how that's, not really... Everyone's more concerned, and obviously people would be more concerned over the children being dead than someone being bitten, but at the same time, it's still an incident that happened in Freddy Fazbear's establishment that caused havoc and problems for the company itself. And I think that this is one of those companies that are destined to be haunted by incidents for the remainder of its days. And yeah, that's pretty much it. How about, I don't even know what we're going. You know what we're going to do? We're going to... We have 7% power left. I have about 20 seconds before everything's done, so let's just shut everything. Funny Easter egg. Honk his nose. Just for fun of it. So yeah, that's pretty much how I look at it, as that the ghosts and the spirits that haunt all of these different animatronics are destined to walk these halls forever, and whoever happens to be in the chair at the time is the one that they will be going after. Possibly in hopes to avenge themselves and anything else that happened to come after them. Give me a second, I'm going to go back to the main title. Hold on. Alright, so I hope my explanation of the story within Five Nights at Freddy worked for you guys. I tried to do my best in order to not only convey it in a way that would kind of make it make sense, but also give you information that's exclusive to the first game only. Yeah, I tried not to mention the second game the best I could, but sometimes you can't help it, because there's just so many things out there that people say happened, didn't happen, could have happened, should have happened, and this, that, and the other thing. I mean, the main theory now is the man was wearing that golden Freddy outfit, the one that attacked me on night 1. That is the outfit that the murderer wore in order to kill the 5 children. It was a big theory that was thrown around when Five Nights at Freddy 1 was out, and then when 2 came out, the night phone guy, during one of his phone calls, actually said that somebody took the spare yellow bear suit. Gee, who's a yellow bear? You know, it's like, it's little things like that that come out that make you think, oh, really? Wow. So, and you can also, like I said, find many things online. There are theories, there are boards, there are websites. You can go, if you're a fan of game theory like I am, listen to Matt Pat's theory about Five Nights at Freddy 1. It's pretty interesting how he makes a connection between this and a real-life incident that happened that was extremely tragic. But his explanation on who we are as a security guy, it doesn't make any sense to me anymore. I truly believe that the spirits that inhabit the animatronics within this building are strictly just stuck there, and for case in point, they're pissed off. So we as a night guard have nothing to do with them dying, but they just kind of blame all adults, because it was an adult who killed them. So they're vengeful spirits, and that's just the way it is. Just a little food for thought. But in any case, in the next episode, Night 3, I'll probably be going over a little bit more of the mechanics of the game, and that's when things get a little bit more real, I guess you could say. Bonnie and Chica's AI up a bit, so this way they're a lot more aggressive and a little bit more cunning in terms of trying to get to us, and we have to make sure Foxy doesn't get out of his house, because when he does, bad things happen. Freddy doesn't move yet. I don't think Freddy moves until Night 4, but I don't know, I didn't think Golden Freddy was available until like Night 4 anyway, and I was proving that wrong. So, rate, comment, subscribe, as I ask you to do in almost every YouTube episode. I thank you so much for watching. I look forward to seeing you guys in the next night. So until then, have a good one, and I will catch you all later.